Hey, what's going on YouTube? MC Seth here, coming at you from the spare room. Today we've got a really interesting video. I've got an interview with a guy called Jack Ingram, and he's a print-on-demander like yourselves, but he's got over 2,000 designs. So I'm going to question him and find out what really drives this guy. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight into the interview. So here we have Big Jack, or Big Beast. He's from Canada, and this is Jack Ingram online. He's a big Redbubble print-on-demander. I call them print-on-demanders, that's what we are. And he gives so much advice. He's helped me in the start. And I've got round about 10 questions for him. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into it, okay? So how's it going, Jack?
It's going good, man. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, man. Right, so Jack, why did you start print on demand?
Ooh, so I actually started print on demand because I ran across a video of someone talking about print on demand, and it seemed interesting at the time. And I was just about to go into my third year of college, and I just like the idea of making money for yourself, like building passive income. So that's like really the only reason, was because I wanted to make money on my own kind of terms, my own kind of business. I was like, print on demand was like the first thing that I started to do that with.
So were you working at the time you made this decision? Did you have a job already?
Yeah, I was working at McDonald's.
Okay.
During for I think 3 years before that, part-time during college, and then I quit my job at McDonald's like 2 months into print on demand, pretty much, because I've saved up quite a bit of money from working there for a while.
Yeah, well, we've all done it. I've done about 4 years worth of McDonald's. I worked my way all the way up to floor manager.
Yeah.
That's going back now.
Yeah.
But we've all done it. I honestly say, when people ask me, that's one of the best jobs I've ever had. Do you say the same?
I mean, that's the only job I ever had, was McDonald's.
Okay, so the answer's yes then.
I think it's a great place to kind of get an idea of like good work habits and whatever. It's not a bad place to work. No.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the training goes in this country anyway, they say once you've done that sort of McDonald's management training, you can literally be successful anywhere, because it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I truly believe that, and I made some great friends there as well, who I'm still friends with.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway,
I'm glad.
Yeah, good. So, how many print-on-demand platforms do you use?
Right now,
Yeah.
Because I'm not on merch by Amazon anymore.
Okay, yeah.
Due to some implications. But right now, I believe I'm on Redbubble, TeePublic, and Etsy are pretty much my only main three that I really upload to actively right now, and those are probably my three favorite, I'd say. Obviously, merch by Amazon I'd be on for sure.
So you don't class the KDP side as print on demand?
Well, I guess it is. I guess KDP too then, but I do upload all my t-shirt designs to KDP, so I guess that counts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which one's your favorite then?
I really like Etsy. Just because there's like huge amount of traffic, but they all have their ups and downs. Redbubble's really good because it's like you don't have to put nearly as much effort into it as Etsy. Etsy's a lot more work to keep your listings, and like there's like a little bit more customer service. So favorite right now, honestly, probably Amazon KDP. It's very like simple and straightforward, I'd say, once you get the hang of it. So yeah, probably Amazon KDP if we're counting now.
Yeah, I would honestly say the same as well. I think I use 4 sort of print-on-demand platforms and KDP as well. And yeah, like I mentioned before when we was just chatting, I've made sort of matched my sales in Redbubble in a short amount of time on KDP, and I'm sure you're in the same boat as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, how many designs have you got?
Oh, as I think I checked this morning for my thumbnail, my video, it was 2,380. 2,380.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
so
on Redbubble. So not all those are on Etsy.
It's hard to get them on other platforms, right?
Yeah, especially I've done it all manually. And for Etsy, you can't really do automatic uploads because it's a lot more work. in terms of like picking your title and tags and that. So
Yeah, I did try to automate some uploads with Flying Upload on KDP actually, but I sort of ran into the problem where I can't use my computer while that's running, so I don't.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? If you do anything, it stops filling out the form. So for me, it's not auto processed because it stops you from doing anything else.
Yeah.
So that's why I continue up the manual route anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot of money for automation service, and it would be worth it in some cases. But because I already have all my designs up, so really, I don't need to automate it because I'm not creating like a high volume of designs.
Yeah.
To really upload, unless I want to upload to like all the other little platforms like Spreadshirt and Zazzle and like all at once, then I might do it. But for now, I don't really bother with it.
So are there sort of auto uploads for like Threadless and Spreadshirt and the other platforms like that? Because I only know that they work for sort of Merch by Amazon and KDP and Redbubble at the moment.
Yeah, I think Flying Upload supports like 15 different platforms or something.
Okay.
Like, most of them support like quite a few platforms, and but you kind of have to edit your like spreadsheet for each one, so you fill in the stuff for each one.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure because I haven't used them, but I know that some of them do. You click one button and it uploads to all of them, which is pretty cool. But I know it takes a while too because it uses your computer and has to go through all that.
But once you get the manual process going, it's like a 2-minute job, isn't it? Once you've got your design made, I mean, for instance, like uploading it to Redbubble, you might have to adjust couple of positions on the shirt, but it's very quick after you sort of get the knowledge to get it going.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's especially if you're making like 5-10 designs a day or anything less than that. It's not going to take you really that long to upload to like Redbubble and TeePublic. No. And even Etsy. I do like custom mock-ups for every design, and it only takes me a few extra minutes. That's not that bad.
Yeah. So there is a lot of like administration work involved. You do it all on your own, right?
Yeah, for sure.
There's no one to help you. I'm the same. One question I've got about pricing, this doesn't really concern KDP, but more sort of Redbubble and stuff. Because I'm in the UK, you're in Canada, but as we know, the .com market is the biggest market. So I try to, I've got all my prices on Redbubble in Great British pounds. So I try to end it in sort of .99 Great British pounds. Do you do that with Canadian dollars, or would you end it in .99 American dollars?
I actually don't. I never actually even paid attention to that. I just set my profit margins to like 30, like a percentage, and I don't look at the end number, which honestly is probably a little bit faulty. I probably should fix that. But if I was gonna do it, I'd definitely end them in probably not Canadian, probably US dollars. But I do see them as Canadian prices, but I'd probably do US. But then again, most people from Redbubble, like, they're all over the place, so I don't think it has a huge impact, but it could definitely help.
Yeah, I think it means a lot more on platforms like KDP and Amazon Merch, where you get to choose the price
for sure.
sort of each territory, which I think Redbubble would that would be quite good if they incorporated something like that.
Yeah. It would be nice.
So I asked you when you started, why you started print on demands. So when did you start?
Oh, I started back in August of 2020, so it's been about 6.5 months now. And yeah, like, I started when I seen that video. Like, I watched the video for the tutorial.
Yeah.
I watched it through once without doing it, and then I watched it again the next day, and I had like 10 designs up on like August 6th. That was the day I started.
Did you mention the video twice now? What was the video?
It was a full print-on-demand tutorial. I think it was Greg Gottfried.
All right.
He had he had a print-on-demand tutorial. It was like, I think it popped up as an advertisement actually on a different video, but I mean, I watched it and it was a good video. A few things in there that I don't do now, like Teespring, but it got me to it led me to this kind of print-on-demand niche and like KDP and all that. So it's pretty awesome.
Okay, and so what was your biggest hurdle, in becoming a print on demander?
Print on demand. Biggest hurt, probably just kind of staying like keeping the goal in my head that like the work that I'm doing now is going to pay off later. So sometimes it might be like you don't feel like making designs one day. So I think the biggest hurdle would be doing it anyways.
Yeah.
Kind of like pushing through the little bit of resistance there in doing what you actually want to do. But other than that, I don't think there's any huge hurdles I've had. It's just kind of just staying consistent. I think as long as I stay consistent, I'm gonna get to where I want to go eventually, right? As long as I keep at it.
So you didn't have any troubles when it came to making designs or using like Canva or Placer to make designs, or had any trouble with the uploading process? It was quite smooth for you?
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. I think at first my designs were not so great. They weren't, because I didn't know like place them on the chest. I was placing them on the stomach for the first month.
Yeah.
So it didn't go. Yeah, learning curve, but like it wasn't anything crazy. Everything I did was pretty like I just learned from it, so it wasn't anything like huge that was bad.
So you didn't have to go back and change 2,000 designs. It was only like maybe 100 or so designs you had to go back and sort of lift them up onto the chest.
Yeah, it did take a while, but it wasn't that bad.
It's horrible having to go back and change so many things.
Yeah, for sure.
So who or what is your biggest inspiration, going forward and making this sort of a full-time income for yourself?
Oof, I think so the biggest person that I've like inspiration, kind of motivation that I've seen is probably like Ryan Hogue and the Money Game. Those two guys are really big motivators for me, like or to see that it's possible, right? Or you can get where you can get to, especially Ryan Hogue. But like in terms of reasons for it, it's probably just because I don't want to work I want to work for myself, really.
Yeah.
I want to have more like time, freedom, and kind of choose what I do with my day. And I mean, print on demand gives you that if you can build it up enough, because it becomes kind of passive, right?
Yeah.
Because once you do the work, it's kind of like it's there to make money for the foreseeable future, and that's probably the biggest reason. Is just so I can have do what I want during the day and like not have to work a 9-to-5 job that I don't like, because I don't think I'm someone who's really cut out for a 9-to-5 job. I just don't want that life. But
that's probably why you was at McDonald's, because I never did 9-to-5 at McDonald's. It was always like sometimes there were 30-hour shifts at McDonald's. It were 9-to-5.
Yeah,
just go sort of.
Yeah, so they don't like breaks at McDonald's.
Yeah, that's it. You give up your break and you just keep going.
Yeah.
So in terms of print on demand, do you have any sort of not future plans, but plans within the immediate, next couple of days or next couple of weeks, where you may open a new platform or anything like that? Do you have any of those plans?
I've been working on a niche shop for the past week or two, and that's probably about the newest thing I've done in my print on demand kind of side of things. So I'm trying to build up the niche shop, and I'm trying out some different ways of marketing my Etsy shop for the niche, see if I can get external traffic to it through social media. And that's probably my biggest plans, I guess, right now for print on demand. And then I plan on just basically keep uploading my t-shirt designs to KDP journals, because that's going pretty well.
Yeah, so that's always a good bet.
Yeah.
So looking further in the future, do you have any further future plans?
Like this year, or
maybe this time in 2022?
Yeah. I think I just want to keep staying consistent, really. Trying to just keep building up, because overall since August, it's always been going up. On Redbubble and other places, everything's been going upwards. It's never kind of because all the work's already there, so it's just building on top of it. So I think my plan is really just to continue to build on top of everything until I'm at a point where I can relax a bit. But honestly, I probably will just keep building up and up.
Yeah.
Till I don't even know when until, but for quite a while, because I don't want to worry about money too much. So and it's kind of fun too at the same time. It's a lot more enjoyable than working at McDonald's most of the time.
Most of the time. I like
Yeah,
so,
most.
I started watching you back in October, round about probably November-ish time, late November. And
Yeah.
back then I would have regarded you as someone who's a print-on-demand genius, basically. But now the way I view is slightly different, because I watch your daily videos on YouTube, and a lot of them have nothing to do with print on demand, but actually making other sources of income. Now, I loved your other video about mining Dogecoin with a 1050 Ti. That is just the best. I've got the same graphics card.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I used to do 30p a day mining Bitcoin as well, but I soon gave that up. So do you reckon your content on YouTube will sort of keep going down this track where you're finding new sources of income for yourself?
Yeah, I think so. I find it a lot more, I kind of want to keep my channel like not just education, but also some entertainment. I think the Dogecoin video definitely wasn't educational, but it took a while. Actually, that was one of the videos that I've done in a while. It took a little bit more effort. It took a little more time to make. Obviously, it was a 7-day kind of thing, but yeah, I definitely like doing stuff like that, and I think it's kind of just like grows my reach of people that can see my videos. But I mean, stuff like that, I think I think I'll keep doing it.
I really enjoyed it just for the comedic value of trying to mine Bitcoin with a 1050 Ti. That just sent me overboard. I was creasing up at that, man. I thought you was going to show a little screen of your computer just blowing up in the background. I'm surprised you're still using it now and it's still all good. 7 days on the trot.
It's good. It's good.
So that's all the questions that I've got written down for you. Apart from one, I was a newbie myself, just a few months back. What is the best sort of advice you could give anybody thinking about making money online in any one of these ways that you do at the moment?
I'd say just focus on one when you start. Focus on one way, and then be consistent as you can. I think consistency is huge. And cause if you're doing it every day, you're gonna start wanting to do it almost. So I think consistency is like the biggest thing, if anything, and just like persistence to keep doing it, even you don't want to, which is also kind of goes with consistency. But I think that's the biggest thing. And to be able to do that, you pretty much need to be a little bit obsessed or somewhat like have a good reason to do it. So kind of finding that reason is definitely another thing that helps with that. But yeah, that's best advice.
So discover that obsessive demon that lives in all of us and just let it loose.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, well, thanks, Jack, man. I really appreciate you coming on the channel. Like I said, you've been a big inspiration for myself when I was a newbie, and I think you're going to go on to bigger and much better things in the future just because of your character. You're fun to watch, and the information that you give out it's I haven't got a word to describe it. It has no value. It's brilliant. So just keep going, man. And I know you're going to be successful, and you're going to be the success of the rest of us too.
Thank you.
No worries, Jack. It's great to speak to you. I hope to speak to you again soon, okay?
For sure.
Take care.
You too.
So that was the interview with Jack Ingram. I hope you really enjoyed the content, as I know I did, and I hope you guys learned as much as I did during that interview. If you got sort of any benefit from it, please remember to like, comment, or subscribe. I'm quite a new YouTube channel at the moment, so I get the time to heart and reply to the comments in detail, which I'm more than happy to do. And it would also make me very happy. I'm not going to keep you for much longer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.